If you want some, come get some.
This is such good
I am the visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth.
I can't give the stuff to Dusty, but I can give it to my mama. I can give it to my mommy.
Acknowledge me.
Lately, he just hasn't been very oozy.
Was that?
You can hear me just fine, right?
I can hear you just fine, you jabroni.
Okay.
Podcast started.
Who you calling jabroni, you candy ass?
Shut your mouth, boy, or whoop you like a dog.
I'm gonna whoop your ass like a little bitch.
Oh, this is a family show on YouTube.
It's a
family show.
Like PG show.
PG show, exactly.
I'm like Pat McAfee. I'll swear they'd be like, "Hey, PG."
Hey, look it.
PG
WWE may be on Peacock, the cock.
On the cock. Live on the cock, or Netflix if you're not in the U.S.
Exactly. But anyways, welcome to Rasslin with Ryan. Today is a very, very special episode. Ryan, I'm just going to give you the floor.
Yes.
The floor is yours.
What I'm excited about. This episode is dedicated to my hate for people who are currently in the WWE. And yeah, I'm excited about this one because Mike's just going to let me go off on a tirade.
Tirade. So, I can't wait for this. So
yeah.
It's
you can give them the premise. You can give them a little bit of an introduction.
So basically, since we're a Rumble, Ryan has this nasty hate in his heart for a few superstars in WWE. Even going back before we were a Rumble, there's just some nastiness in his heart that he needs to spew out. And today we're gonna understand the reasons why.
Who won the Rumble, Mike?
It's just me, Oos.
No,
they want it. It's just me, Oos.
Yeet.
They want it. It's just me, Oos.
No yeet. Yeah, no yeet. No yeet. So that's part of it. I don't hate him right now. I just heavily dislike him at the moment because he eliminated the man who should have won his third Royal Rumble. A man who actually knows how to wrestle. A man who doesn't have 3 moves of doom. A man who's not a Nepo baby.
A Nepo baby?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So you don't hate Jey Uso. You just strongly dislike him.
Right now I do.
Wow.
But if John Cena gets his main event championship match at WrestleMania, then I'll consider yeeting again.
Then all will be forgiven?
Maybe. I might have to put that away. Nobody cares about that candy ass. Put him away. Put him away.
We'll get to him later.
Nobody cares about The Rock.
We'll get to him later. But so if if John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber, then all is forgiven or no?
No.
Will you consider yeeting again?
Yeah, but it'll take
you
a lot.
Consider having some good yeets in you. That's some good yeeting.
I mean, at WrestleMania in Vegas, it'd be pretty hype.
It would be pretty hype.
There's going to be a lot of nice, cool entrances at WrestleMania. That's the fun part about WrestleMania is the crowd knew it like the whole night.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they are. So
I will say this though, I will not whoa.
You're not gonna whoa. Okay, nope. So let's get to Cody Rhodes then. Do you hate Cody Rhodes?
Not right now. I mean, if the plan's true that it's going to be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, John Cena versus Stardust for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Yeah, no, I'm not going to whoa. I'm going to boo Cody. I'm going to heckle him.
Curtain lights to go. Wow. No.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
So if the current plans stand for it to be Cena versus Cody, which I feel like that's probably the direction.
So I think you're going to give him the Jey treatment that you're giving Jey right now. So if it's Cody versus Cena, then you're going to give Cody the Jey treatment.
Yeah, Stardust.
Wow. Okay.
Stardust.
Okay.
See, it's already started.
Okay. But let's get into some real nasty hate here. We'll start off with Austin Theory.
I hate that bum. Get that bum
Oh,
off the television
oh.
screen. No, that bum. He wasn't ready for John Cena at WrestleMania 39. He should have lost that match. Cena buried his ass in one promo. It took one promo for John Cena to basically bury his career. One promo. One. And there's like, oh, it's supposed to help. He beat John Cena. He's the next, the future. Where's he been since then? He's been in a jobber tag team with Grayson Waller, doing nothing of relevance. Had one of the worst tag team title reigns in the history of the company.
What
Freaking,
what did Cena say during his promo? That one promo that Cena showed up to work for during their feud.
I said no because you're. I didn't say no because I gave up. I said no to save your ass because you're not ready. And he's like, if you beat me at WrestleMania, you lose everything because you have to come here the night after in front of the most hostile crowd and the most harsh critics. They're after Mania. And he's like, and if you lose everything. And he was right. He beat Cena, but what happened? He lost everything. He's not US champ. He's basically stuck as a jobber. He's going nowhere. They're
Okay.
supposed to turn him face. That ain't gonna happen. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like they missed the point to turn him face. I think they missed the opportunity. But I just don't like him. I don't think he has that it factor. They have to pipe in fake crowd noise for his matches because nobody gives a damn about him.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
yeah,
So you're
he
not
does.
down for A Town down.
No,
Okay.
no. It should be A Town Future Endeavored. He's lucky he
Wow.
survived this round of budget cuts.
Wow. Okay. All right. So not a big fan of Austin Theory, as you can see. All right. We can move on. Who do you have in your head next?
I think you know who. No, his cousin.
Oh,
Put that
throw him
one down.
up.
Put it down. Put it
Throw him
down.
up.
Put it down. Put it down. No. No. Put that down. We do not acknowledge Roman over here. No. Uh-uh. He is not the OTC. What he is, he's the OTQ. Only tribal queef.
Okay, so I think this goes back years now. Back to 2000, the infamous Raw in 2017, their build up to their No Mercy match. You know which promo I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, where Cena committed live verbal murder on television.
Just go through it.
Called a promo. It's called a promo, kid. If you want to be the big dog, you're gonna have to learn how to do it. So in that segment, Roman completely forgot his lines, and he did it against the one guy you don't want to do it against. Of all people, he forgot his lines. He forgot his lines going up against John Cena.
Wow.
Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. And John saw it immediately, and he basically like made him eat his words. He was like, "Congratulations! It took you 5 years to get a halfway decent pro, and now I'm about to shrink you down to size." And pretty much that rest of the night, you could just tell Roman's face. He's just like, "Damn!" Like he got me.
You know
Even the crowd was just like, "Oh."
you could tell that Roman was flustered because all he could say was, "Shut up, John. Shut up, John. You're a bitch, John. You're a bitch."
Yeah,
When somebody's so flustered, that's all they could say.
yeah. So I
Oh.
think Roman knew in that moment he that was it. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. So now going forward into the tribal chief era, why do you hate him so much?
Because he's still the same old thing. He has Paul Heyman as his mouthpiece. He still can't cut a decent promo. And then if he does, it's his same promo every week. Oh, whatever city we're in, acknowledge me. I'm the tribal chief. Nobody can beat me. I'm the greatest champion that this company's ever seen. I carry this company on my back. It's the same damn promo every single week. It's missionary position every night.
Oh my gosh. That was a great promo. I love that one. The missionary promo. That was a good one. You gotta admit.
That's the only line I remember from that promo, which should tell you something. It tells you it's still not that good of a
Not
promo.
like Cena had
One
any
good line.
memorable promos during that run when he
Hmm?
came back for 1 month.
Cena did have a really good scathing promo against him.
What do you say?
He talked about Ambrose and Punk.
Oh,
You ran Dean Ambrose out of WWE. He's like, I might just win the WWE Championship, give you a kiss goodbye, and walk away through the crowd.
yeah, foreshadowing. Well, not foreshadowing, but kind of giving you a glimpse of what CM Punk did back in the day.
Yeah. But then the fact that he mentioned somebody like Dean Ambrose, who was at at the time and still now is John Moxley in AEW. Like that was big. And Cena's like the only guy that can do something like that. He's the only guy that can get away with something like that and not get any punishment for it.
Yeah, exactly. Especially during the Vince McMahon era.
Yeah, and then the big thing about me during the Tribal Chief era is it's the same old with all his matches. There's always interference. He always won because of interference.
Yeah,
He had the rare match where he won clean, but even then, it's like it was either the Usos, Solo, Paul Heyman,
because
and
of the,
and then the referee bump. Oh gosh.
because I feel like as good as the Bloodline storyline was, it should have been capped at least like a year prior. I think like in WrestleMania 39 when Roman beat Cody for the first time, I think it's like the Bloodline storyline should probably have ended around that time instead of extending it another
I
year.
think that's what it. I think, and I'm with you on that because the Usos lost their tag titles that night. So imagine if Roman lost two, it would have been like, oh look, after just one night, the bloodline comes crumbling down. They had everything, and now they've lost, and now they have nothing. So
Exactly.
I think that would have been a good place to at least not end the storyline completely, but at least end that part of it of
Yeah.
them being on top with all the championships. That part, I feel like could have ended at WrestleMania 39.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Now we can move on. This is a big one here.
Yeah, put that candy ass down. Nobody likes
Final
the
boss right here, baby.
oh, no, nobody wants to see that jabroni candy ass main event stealing TKO board member abuser.
TKO board member abuser.
He's
Some
abused.
very
He abuses power to try to steal Cody Rhodes' main event, and the fans hated him so much they forced him to turn heel, and they basically forced them to change the match and give us Cody versus Roman
we
TK.
got Final Boss Rock out of it. The best kind of version.
And then he sold out, and now he's corporate Dwayne.
Well, of course he is. You know,
Yeah, he sold out corporate Dwayne.
he didn't sell out. He's Final Boss.
He's the ultimate ass kisser.
Oh my
He
gosh.
kissed Vince McMahon's ass back then. He kissed Stone Cold's ass in the Attitude Era.
You said that Stone Cold made The Rock?
Yes, Stone Cold made The Rock. Stone Cold made The Rock relevant. And Stone Cold made the Attitude Era, not The Rock.
Well, most people would disagree
Stone Cold didn't have to ride off the coattails of his father.
in a sense that look at during the Attitude Era you had Stone Cold obviously 1A and then you had The Rock 1B.
I'd
Those
say
two
I would say that The Rock wasn't even 1B.
really. Then who was?
The Rock didn't make the Attitude Era.
The
Stone
Rock
Cold.
was The Rock was a significant piece of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, and then he left after what, 3 years? Because he couldn't handle that Stone Cold was more popular than him.
Oh my gosh. By that time Stone Cold was out of the ring already.
Yeah, but Stone Cold showed up more still on television than The Rock did.
Because The Rock had a calling in Hollywood, man. He's such a
Yeah,
talented guy.
yeah, to just make box office flop after box office flop after box office flop. He hasn't had a successful box office movie outside of the Fast and Furious. And I'm not kidding when I say that. You can look it up. He hasn't had $1 billion movie outside of the Fast and Furious.
Maybe not Hobbs and Shaw or
Nope, not Hobbs and Shaw. Nope, he hasn't had $1 billion movie outside of the Fast and Furious.
to be honest, I really don't watch too many Rock movies.
Yeah,
Like the
because he's
last
a
one
bad actor. Yeah, he's a bad actor, just like he's a bad wrestler.
wow. Wow. You're really digging that knife deep in
Yeah,
today.
yeah, he's a bad actor, just like he's a bad wrestler. and he ruined WrestleMania this year.
Oh my gosh. How did he ruin WrestleMania this year?
Because we are gonna get Roman versus Rock, but
No, we're not.
The Rock decided to pull out and go film another box office flop in Moana in the live action Moana
Hey,
because he's too scared to fight his cousin.
what can I say except you're welcome? The stars, the sky, the tide.
But yeah, as the great legendary Dustin Rhodes once says, "Fuck the Rock."
Oh my gosh. And I want to. I feel like there's a lot more to this though. That you feel like The Rock is a bad person. How? How? Explain yourself.
Oh, what for that thing I talked about that he was doing on the set of one of his movies?
Yeah. Explain it
Oh
all.
yeah, yeah. He was pissing in bottles and he was late to work. Literally cost the studio millions of dollars.
Oh my. The Rock, look, The Rock can do what The Rock wants.
And so you think The Rock can do what he wants by basically costing people money, costing studios money, and costing people jobs?
He gave them those jobs. Not that he's costing them those jobs. He gave them those jobs by him being The Rock, being the most influential man in the world.
I'd rather watch John Cena wrestle a broom than watch another one of The Rock's box office
I will
flop.
say Cena's a better actor than The Rock. That's for
Because
sure.
at least John Cena's shown he has range.
Well, you know who's a better actor than John Cena?
Oh, Batista.
Batista.
No.
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying Batista is a good actor. He
Yeah.
is. He is.
Okay. Okay.
But I was like, to be fair though, Batista has had a franchise because he's in Guardians of the Galaxy. The Rock has a franchise. Cena hasn't been able to be in like a friend. Yes, I know he's a vet, but I mean he hasn't been the star of his own franchise yet.
Very true.
And we'll see if maybe Peacemaker will turn into that
Yeah.
because it is a show,
It is a show. Exactly.
and he just finished wrapping season 2 not too long ago. So
Mm. Well, look at man. The guy needs to come back to work because people
he
don't
is.
don't want
He's gonna win the elimination chamber. He's
people don't
gonna
want to wait till then. They want to
he's
see him
gonna
on Monday Night
beat
Raw right now.
he's gonna beat the old washed up CM Punk. He's gonna beat the Scottish crybaby known as Drew
Wow.
McIntyre.
Yeah. Who else?
And
Well, who else
who
is
else
going to be there? Hmm?
we'll see who else gets out of the match.
Yeah. We'll see who else. Anybody else that you hate? I feel like there was a lot more to this list. Trying to look it up. Huh?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. That's right. Go off.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing I will say is I'll give credit to him for what he did in his time because without him, wrestling wouldn't be where it's at. So I give him props for that. I give him respect for that. But I hate Hulk Hogan as a human being. Or I should say more specifically, I hate Terry Bollea as a human being.
Everybody.
And I also don't like how Hulk Hogan basically abused like his position at the top to basically politic his way to get put over everybody else. Like if he was gonna tell, oh, you're putting this person over, he's like, that don't work for me, brother. And he would basically go over, which was kind of what we're seeing in Charlotte Hogan tonight, or in
Charlotte Hogan.
Charlotte Hogan.
Wow. Look, I think it goes deeper than that. Obviously the racial stuff that came out
Yeah,
10
that's
years ago
actually
now.
where this all started. When I first found out about it, that's where I started to lose respect for him.
Yeah.
Like I still like tolerated him, but that's where I started losing respect for him.
I
And
mean,
then when more and more stuff came out, and then
yeah.
seeing not to get political, I'm not going to. I'll just say I disagree heavily with his political views, but we're not
I mean,
going to
that's
get
fair.
into that. We're not going to get into that. That's not what
That's
the show's
fair.
about. Yeah, not what the show's about.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to cause any drama. All I'll say is I disagree with his views,
Hmm. Fair enough.
which like you said, that's a fair statement.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I feel like even today's time, he still thinks he's that guy. He still thinks he's that guy.
I just think there's a lot of delusion in his head, especially when it comes to the million and one lies that he's told throughout the years. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, especially because he's been on a couple of shows and like, oh, what was your reaction to getting booed? He's like, oh, I felt disappointed. And then like the next show, he's like, oh, I expect to get booed. Like, dude, make up your mind. What is
he
it?
does
Did you
not expect to get booed.
were you butthurt or were you like expecting it? Like, make up your mind, dude.
Yeah, he's just trying to cover his ass through
And
anything.
then he missed Saturday Night's Main Event due to family.
Family issues. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it didn't happen, dude. Look at the guy. The guy went to Monday Night Raw at the first episode on Netflix,
and he got
fully
booed
expecting to get cheered, but he got booed the crap out of the building.
heavily. And I feel
Exactly.
bad because Jimmy Hart went out there, and I love Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's great,
Yeah.
and I feel. I mean, not like great, but I mean, like, I feel bad because he had to go out there and missed all the heat on Hogan.
Yeah.
It's,
No, yeah. There's some other things with Hulk Hogan that people kind of forget as well. When his son was 16 or 17 years old, he was racing his sports car or whatever it was, and they crashed him and his son's friend. His son was okay, but his son's friend ended up actually becoming a vegetable in the car crash, and really sad situation. And then I think like there was some time involved with Nick Hogan, and then on the phone, like these are recordings that you can hear. Nick Hogan's calling his dad Hulk, and then they're talking about um the situation and just disgusting stuff, like talking about how the friend deserved the accident and how he became a vegetable. And then they're talking about, oh, we can make this a reality show, trying to get money off of the accident. Like, it's just such horrible stuff that you can talk about when you're involved in something like that. Trying to make money off of it. It's just horrible, horrible, horrible stuff from the Hogan family. And you know what, to be honest, you know, it's him, it's his son, it's probably the whole family, to be honest. And there's a reason why Hulk Hogan got booed so loud. It's because of not just the lying, not just the Trump stuff, not just the racial stuff. It's everything combined. So
yeah.
that we can agree.
Yeah, and it's just like, and again, no disrespect to what he did for the wrestling business because it wouldn't be where it is today without him. Like I said, I gotta give him respect for that, credit for that. But yeah, and I just don't like that he still thinks like he's that guy. Like he still thinks like, oh, if I was into today's WWE, I'd still be like the top guy. It's like, dude, no, you wouldn't be.
No,
You
you wouldn't.
shouldn't have been the top guy for as long as you were back then. Because you were such a star, you were, even though there were a lot better wrestlers and probably way more deserving wrestlers to be the guy than him.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And maybe we can end things on the last guy here, unless you want to keep going. But your boy, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the guy
Again,
that brought us WWE.
again, the same thing I'll say about Hulk. I gave him respect for him making me fall in love with wrestling and giving me the WWE. I can't discredit him for that because at the time Vince McMahon was a great booker. He was a great promoter. Like he literally was like a god when it came to professional wrestling, like
Mhm.
and stuff. Like what he did for wrestling is like something I can't discredit him for.
Look, I
And
mean, Vince McMahon, he revolutionized the business. There would be no professional this yeah, there would be no professional wrestling business today without Vince McMahon. And I don't care how you feel about the guy personally, you cannot argue that professional wrestling would be around the way it is today without Vince McMahon.
yeah, and remember when he first pitched WrestleMania, everybody says it's gonna flop. WrestleMania will be the death of professional wrestling as you know it. And look what happened. 41 years later, we still got WrestleMania, and wrestling's bigger than it's ever been before.
Exactly. Yep.
And so yeah, but now onto the personal stuff, especially now that we know that more stuff has come to light recently with the Janelle Grant case. Just oh man, Vince McMahon, he's a sick human being. Just gross, disgusting. And I will say I feel bad. I feel bad for like Stephanie, especially now that she's slowly starting to come back to
Hmm.
the. And I hate that she's being bombarded with all the questions about her dad. It's just like, guys, leave her alone. Like,
Yeah. She obviously,
talk to her about like, what her plans are for being back. Like, talk to her about her future.
yeah, obviously
And,
she has to.
and I feel like they're trying to put her in a spot where it's like, come on, say something bad, say something bad about him, say something bad. She's not going to, not on live television.
It's her father. She's not going to say anything
Yeah,
publicly.
like I know, I like Pat McAfee, but I didn't like that Pat McAfee was like trying to get her to say something. It's like, dude, stop. Like, if you're not careful, you're gonna lose your job. So
Yeah.
like, stop it.
Look, there's a lot to be said about over the last couple of years, recent Vince McMahon stuff, horrible, horrific stuff that, has gotten, you know, um, recorded and a lot of stuff that is in still process of a jury of a courtrooms and stuff that's gonna need to be figured out soon because Vince McMahon look, I mean, he's guilty until proven or how that's not saying
Innocent until proven guilty.
guilty,
Innocent.
but man, he looks horrible right now. But I will say this: as much as as horrible as uh all that stuff is, I feel like wrestling fans probably don't hate him because of that, which is a weird reason. I feel like we hate him more for
The
kind
terrible,
of the
atrocious shit
terrible booking
he's
that
been doing
was.
the last few years, and kind of
Yeah,
made WWE kind of like a shell of his former self.
exactly. From
But
I would say 2015.
you were saying like 2000 like 15 to like 2000 like
Well,
19, but
yeah.
we're like the dark days of WWE.
My God, it was horrible. 2015 to 2019.
Like you said, there were some bright spots, there were
Um,
some highlights, but it was more. But there was very few of them to actually like make any sort of impact on the whole like company.
Yeah, exactly. And so with the booking that was being done at the time, just the minute just bullshit writing that they did. Everything that WWE did was for an audience of one. And that
Yeah,
audience was Vince McMahon.
yeah, and
Whatever
I
made him
remember.
laugh, whatever made him smile, whatever he liked, whatever he thought was great, that would be on TV in his
Yeah,
sick mind.
yeah. I remember. Remember when we went to the Raw after Mania in
Hmm.
LA, and how we found out later on that Vince ripped the script and rewrote it in 5 minutes, and that's why the
Yep.
Raw after Mania was like a super terrible show. Like even
Yeah.
you and I were like, "This is Raw after Mania," but this doesn't feel like the Raw after Mania. It
Yeah.
feels like another regular Raw.
Yep.
I think the
Exactly.
only I think the only big surprise of that night was Riddle came back and then Brock's heel turn. But like
I even
other than
said that
that,
at WrestleMania that year. I think Triple H wrote night one, and I think Vince wrote night two.
yeah, yeah, because the way night one was more like super high quality, and then night two was more like the same old stuff you see out of Vince.
It really, really was, and I think it was very noticeable. But just a horrible booking from that time period. Nothing on Raw or SmackDown was even mar
And and another
noticeably
thing is
good.
you had some wrestlers actually like speak out against him, and he refused to like even let anybody have some sort of process in their creative process. Like he did not want anybody else involved in creative.
Yeah.
Like no matter how much they begged and pleaded, he's like, no, this is my show. I do what I
It
want.
was it was a an audience of one. So whatever he liked would make the show. And there's so many wasted talent that was in the company around that time that no wonder they went to AEW. No wonder they went their separate ways because they were not being utilized at all the way they should
Yeah,
have.
yeah, and then look at that time to now. WWE is in a boom period. It's hotter than it's ever been, like since the Attitude Era.
Yep.
And like even everybody's saying the quality is much improved, the quality of matches is much improved, the storytelling is much improved. And I even heard a good majority of wrestlers now they don't even have scripts anymore. They just have bullet points.
Yeah, I'm sure CM Punk, doesn't have a
I'm sure
script.
CM I'm sure CM Punk is probably one of the few guys that's like, yeah, you say what you want. I'm sure it's guys like probably Punk and Cena are probably allowed to say like, oh yeah, you can say what you want.
I'd say like Roman, Seth.
Yeah, although I feel like Roman and Seth probably are not as don't have as much freedom compared to like Cena or Punk. But yeah, I'm sure because they're big names. I'm sure they still have like a good amount of freedom in like in their stuff. They probably help out in like their stories and stuff. But
Exactly.
but yeah, no, just like the stuff Vince has done, it just really like it's really disturbing, and it just like to see
Really,
like to see that all of this went unnoticed for so many years
yeah.
is like super concerning.
I mean, I wouldn't say that it went unnoticed because I'm pretty sure a lot of people in WWE
It
knew
just
sex
just
trafficking stuff,
just the
but
hush
publicly,
publicly, yeah.
yeah.
And that's another thing is Vince was, paid hush money to keep it so it wasn't became public, and then pretty much when he got booted out and then he forced himself back and some more stuff came public, that's when he had to resign again.
Yeah.
And,
And
and
so
now there's rumors that he bought a studio and he's going to start his own wrestling promotion.
I don't believe that's going to happen. Like they have to get through this whole litigation between Janelle Grant and it's a lawsuit that's
And
still affecting
and
WWE because
and, and,
WWE's
and
name
it's
is
weird
involved.
now because they just officially named Brock Lesnar as the other person.
Hmm.
So not to say that Brock is like, oh, guilty. I mean, he at least he's not as bad as Vince. Even if he ends up like being innocent, or he gets like some little punishment, but it's like, yeah, this lawsuit is gonna go on for a long time. It's not gonna be settled just like that. It's gonna be a while before we
Exactly.
settled, and like I would not be surprised if we probably at this point we might never see Brock Lesnar in a WWE ring again.
Possibly not, and yeah, it's unfortunate, but hey, the guy had a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah,
So
and I know some people are saying like, "Oh, will Vince McMahon get inducted?" It's like I don't think so. Not anymore.
exactly.
Maybe I can see maybe after, like maybe like years after, maybe, but
Yeah.
it's a tough call. It's tough to say because then if they put him in the Hall of Fame, WWE's gonna they'll be like, "Oh, so now you're rewarding him for all the gross stuff he did." It's like, whoa, hold on, no, that's not what it is. He's being put in the Hall of Fame for what he did for the wrestling business. Like,
Yeah.
but people don't know how to separate the two. They don't know how to separate the business from personal.
Exactly.
So,
All right.
but
So
yeah, as you can see, I hate Vin not as much as some of these other guys, but
exactly. Quickly, anybody else left on this hate list that you have?
uh, I guess for the woman, I can say Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair. But she hasn't really done anything except
And
be,
she hasn't done anything like outside of the she's an amazing human being.
but she's just boring on television, so
She was born on television and she lives off her daddy's last name.
and being
She's like
athletic
she's,
and
she's like you guys are jealous because of my last name. It's like you mean the last name that your father made famous? Like that's the only reason you even are in this company because your father.
oh my gosh.
Like
It's like Dom Mysterio. Oh well. All right, okay. Okay. How do you feel about Alexa Bliss being back?
oh my mommy back, mommy, the real mommy,
The real mommy.
a true mommy. She's back. And like, ooh, as we said in the last one, I couldn't scream because his mom was working,
Hmm.
but he captured a video of me getting like all giddy, and yeah, so it's exciting to see her back, especially because it was so unexpected. Like even I was saying it, I was like, watch her come back, and even you were like, nah, dude, she's not gonna come back. Like she's not. Like literally, you and I think your brother were like, "Nah, she's not coming back." I was the only one that called it. I was like, "She's
Doo-doo,
gonna come back."
doo-doo,
I was
doo-doo.
like, "She's gonna come back," and I like how it's like,
Oh,
and I like how the second people realized it was her, she got like a massive. She probably got the loudest pop of the night.
I don't know about that, but there are some pretty big
She
pops.
got the loudest pop of the woman
The
for sure.
women,
A
exactly.
woman for sure. I
Yeah,
think the only two that might have gotten a louder pop were say his name and he appears,
yeah.
Joe Hendry, and then my goat.
Cena got a pretty loud pop.
Cena did
Remember
get a
that
very loud
CM Punk got a loud pop. Yeah,
yeah, But I mean, like again, Punk and Rome did get loud pops, but not like the level of pop Cena got. But also,
Exactly.
to be fair, that's because it's Cena's farewell tour, so he's gonna get a lot of love.
Exactly. All right. So 2 minutes left. I want to say thank you to Ryan for formulating his hate list today. I want to thank you guys for viewing in and watching this poor guy spill his guts. Hopefully, it's been a good therapeutic session for him. I just want to thank all of our Lace 'em Up sports content followers. You guys know the deal. You can write us on Gmail or lace 'em up takes at gmail.com. You can follow us on all the socials. Ryan's doing better at posting
Mike,
on Twitter.
Mike, Mike, isn't there something big happening tomorrow?
What's happening tomorrow?
Luca
Oh,
debut.
hey, look, y'all know how big of a Laker fan I am. I thought you were talking about wrestling context. I don't know what's
Oh,
going on.
oh.
Luke is probably going to debut
Well,
tomorrow.
I mean, you have Rob, but
Yeah, I'll be making more Laker content. Check it out as the time goes. Any last words? We have a minute left, Ryan.
no, just thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to spread the word because like we want to get this thing big. We want to make Lace Them Up, as big as we can make it be. We're gonna keep working hard, keep providing content. So we appreciate you guys just supporting us along in the ride. And yeah, this wouldn't be possible without you guys.
Say their name and they appear. I believe in Mike and Ryan. I believe in Mike and Ryan. 'Cause